Go out there?
There's something exciting I'm working on. One of my buddies and I, Adrian Nunez, who lived in LA for a little bit, originally from New York, played basketball at Michigan. Great dude. We're actually working on something pretty cool. We're going to start up a podcast in 2024.
Get in the game, baby. Let's go.
We're getting in the podcast game, so that's going to be exciting. I think we haven't figured out the name yet. We're working on that. But we're getting some of the pieces together. We're getting some of the foundation together. The guys are awesome. I think we're going to have some interesting and insightful conversations with, anyone from athletes to artists to God knows who. It doesn't matter. We're going to have some great conversations and rip. Whole reason for me getting into the podcast space was I love, again, like getting to connect and know people. And when you talk to them, it's like, okay, these conversations are meaningful. We just talked about relationships. We talked about things that people want to know answers to. It's not like we have all the right answers, but we're talking about it.
Yeah.
People know there's a struggle out there when it comes to it, whether you've struggled with your, being in the hospital for certain reasons. I won't say those things, but you've had some struggles, and people want to hear that. I've struggled with relationships. I struggle with girl stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's nice to have those conversations. And if you're going to have them, why not get them, why not capture the moment? Why not have it so that other people can see it, can grow from it, learn from it, and feel more connected to the people that are talking. So excited about getting in the podcast game. I've loved hopping on any and all podcasts.
Bro, you've been like doing it like a little mini podcast tour. I've been seeing you everywhere on social media. What's going on, dude? Are you
I wanted to get into podcasting, and I thought to myself, it's a big investment. If I do it, I want to do it right. I want to have the nice cameras. I want to have the nice mics and stuff, and that requires me to put a lot of my financials into it. And I wanted to see how much do I really enjoy it. I want to dip my toes in the water. I didn't want to just jump in and then end up, maybe it's a little bit of fear of failure, but I wanted to be able to see, can I do this? Can I hold conversation with different individuals? One, can I talk well in front of camera? Two, can I is it what I enjoy? Do I enjoy? Look, we've sat here for a long time. I've felt like this has been a very short amount of time because it shows I enjoy talking to you guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the reason for the mini podcast tour was there was some podcasts that had hit me up previously, but I was always trying to do as whether it be a little kid who's got 10 viewers on his podcast or something, always wanted to do it as a nice thing. It's like, why don't I give this kid some of my time? It's like, I know he'll appreciate it. And so I've always liked just jumping on podcasts, but recently that's been the reason that I've hopped on a bunch of them and got something really cool going. Another thing I'm working with is a Jack Vale. So he's a comedian. He's got this thing called the Pooter that he used to do. And Jack's the great guy, YouTube pioneer, comedian. He's an actor, he's a producer, he's everything you can think of. Yeah. But he's gotten a little bit in the podcast game previously and wanted to jump back into it. And so we have a great relationship, and it's fun getting to know him. And I'm co-hosting his podcast, the Jack Vale Show. And we've had some great guests and gotten to learn about people. And again, it's like I'm getting to know him better, but I'm also getting to know the guests better every single time we have a podcast and feel connected to those people. So that's why I went on the big run, is just to see, can I do this also to get reps? Anything you want to be able to be great at, you got to be able to put in countless hours. And, this is a fun way to do it, is getting reps, talking to people. It's fun. It's a good time.